Hey, folks, it's time for the Mike North 5-minute half-hour news. If you could only hear our conversations during the tapings here. Someday we'll give you the outtakes. It will be very interesting, Corey, Torf, and myself. Anyway, be the hit at the water cooler. Be the hit in the restaurant. Be the hit at work. You know, walk down the street. Where'd you hear this? Well, I heard it on the Mike North 5-minute news, brought to you by, once again, the village of Rosemont. Here's what I don't want to ever do. If somebody calls me and says, listen, I got a vintage 1944 B-52 bomber. You want to go for a ride with me? There's 6 other people going. It's really not a B-52 bomber. It's a replica, but it's flyable. And then, here's where you know. In the World War II, if a B-52 bomber crashed like that one did in West Aurora, in case you haven't tuned in, this is what I'm telling you. There was a B-52 that crashed, and all 7 people in Aurora got out, dusted themselves off, and walked out and went about their day. Take a look at the wreckage. How did anybody walk out of that? It's a miracle. Stay out of planes that were built before 1999. How's that? And you won't have any issues, okay? Also, Japan says today they're going to hand out meters to all the children. So when the kid goes with the meter, I don't know what they do. They go like this. It starts ticking feverishly. Every kid knows he's going to die within 20 years. What is the purpose of handing out these meters? Wasn't the rabbit that they saw the other day with no ears enough to know that there's something amiss? There's a rabbit running around by the nuclear site, they said, with no ears. Now, if they have no tails, it's very serious. So you know what? Don't hand out no meters to kids. I don't want to know. If I know this, if I live 2 miles from that nuclear plant, okay, I'm dead man walking. I don't need a meter to tell me anything about that. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying. Barack Obama, the Republican Party, debates. Wait a minute. Is anybody running the country? Obama's in Puerto Rico. He's going to spend 5 hours there. And you know what was really funny? I heard a guy say in in Virginia, where he won last time, there's 67,000 Puerto Ricans. That's why he went over there? Because the 67,000 Puerto Ricans are going to watch him there? Just wait till the Republican candidates go there. That's all. But I don't like this running for president and getting your campaign together. You better start campaigning, though. But, man, is it early. I mean, we got a lot of issues in this country. And this guy's in Puerto Rico. People are starving to death in Ohio and Michigan, for God's sake. I mean, that just sounds sort of bad to me. By the way, Conan O'Brien gave a commencement speech in Dartmouth, and what a great speech it was. And he said, there's so many times that I thought I was doomed when I didn't get this job, when I didn't get that job. Then I failed. And you know what? Every guy wanted to top this guy. Johnny Carson wanted to top Jack Benny. He wasn't like Jack Benny, but he made his own identity. Same thing goes with Letterman. Same thing goes for anybody that comes up through generations. Maybe it's going to be Conan O'Brien. But the speech he gave yesterday was basically like, there's no shortcuts and you have to fail. That could have been directed to LeBron James. I mean, if LeBron James watches the Dartmouth address, and I heard it this morning when I was on with John Howell and Amy Jacobson on WIND, and you can catch me every Tuesday at about 7:45 in the morning. You can check me every Tuesday morning now. I heard it. Great, great speech by Conan O'Brien, and oh, so true. There are no shortcuts, ladies and gentlemen. There are, once again, no shortcuts. Interesting, Wrigley Field's being called a dump, but Sheffield Avenue, they were supposed to have a fair where you'd walk out just like Camden Yards, and I've said all along that the Cubs would buy all those buildings up, take that street away, and then build like a food court type of situation at Wrigley Field. Well, they've been denied. They've moved it to a parking lot. That's not good. When Daley was in, or if it was the Pritzkers instead of the Ricketts, I wonder if they'd be able to get it because they are so closely allied with Rahm Emanuel, with Mayor Daley. But it was turned down. Apparently, the Ricketts and the Obamas may not get along. I mean, excuse me, the Ricketts and the Emanuels may not get along, and maybe they didn't donate to Obama's campaign, and there's some hard feelings. But the best laid plans are gone right now. Enjoy your celebration in a parking lot. It'll probably be one of them little parking lots where, you know, people park cars for $55, more than the price of a damn ticket, for God's sake. So that I found very, very interesting. The Cubs win last night 1-0. Dempster looked like he did a few years back. They win 1-0. The Atlanta Braves have their 6-game losing streak stopped by the Houston Astros. The Chicago White Sox get ready to tee it up tonight. And And the NBA playoffs are over. Vancouver plays Boston in game number 7 after Boston wins last night. The home teams won every single game. They're going to a game 7. Hey, today, nice out. And it's going to be nice out until around September, ladies and gentlemen. We'll continue to keep you apprised of the weather. No hurricanes or tornadoes as far as I'm concerned. You've been listening to the Mike North 5.5 hour news, brought to you by the Village of Rosemont. I'm Mike North for the Village of Rosemont. From the 9th largest convention center to restaurants to theaters, sports venues, and hotels. 5 minutes from O'Hare, you got it all here. Rosemont, you can't miss it.